Hey guys, welcome back to the Psychic Shari YouTube channel. We're here again talking to Sherry Klein. Got a pretty good show for you today. Hopefully, we had a guest waiting for them to log on if they do. If not, we'll push on and do other things. Um, we've got a discussion topic we'll take a look at. That's signs your loved ones are okay on the other side. Should be very interesting. Um, we're going to do a little alphabet messages today. And then uh, that's where Sherry will provide some spiritual guidance to really everybody that's watching this show right now. We'll also discuss questions you might have through your comments. And if there's anybody that wants to read through their in the comments, just put the fact that you want to read. Um, Make sure in your comments type that you want that reading and how the weather is where you're at. This is kind of a random question, I know, but this helps Sherry get in tune with your specific vibration. The more you type, the better. Uh, just don't write a book about it. So why don't we go ahead and start off with our topic today,
Oh,
Sherry?
okay.
You know, you ever use Chat GPT, the artificial intelligence stuff?
Sometimes, yeah.
It's really interesting. I mean, you go in there and type any kind of question, uh, like college students use that for their term papers.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
scary.
write me up a term paper, and
Uh,
so I get in there, I play with it sometimes, and one of the things I typed in there is what is the single question that most people would want to ask a psychic medium?
mhm.
And it spit out me signs your loved ones are okay on the other side.
Yeah.
People lose a lot of loved ones, and they want to know, uh, are they okay over there? What are some of the signs that they give us to let us know that?
Yeah.
So, what do you think? What are some of those signs?
I get that question a lot during my readings.
Really?
Oh,
Because,
yeah.
yeah, that's
And some people just really have no idea. And the way that I see it and that I've gotten from my guides is no one goes there and is left alone. Everyone is met with a
yeah,
guide, their loved ones, even babies or children. They're ushered. Once they get there, they know I'm home. Um, and so it's not fear-based, it's all they're encased with love and peace. But the way that the ones who are left here, some of the signs, um, one is they'll come in dreams. And so many people will say, "Oh, I had a dream about my mom, but she looked so young and healthy." And I'm like, "That's her way of saying, hey, look, I'm okay on the other side.
yeah,
My legs are working. Maybe she was in a wheelchair."
huh,
Um,
yeah,
so they come through like that. They'll come through with smells. Um, all kinds of smells. If you miss your grandma, she's on the other side. She used to bake apple pies. You might all of a sudden smell an apple pie baking and nobody's baking one. That can be her sign of saying, "Hey, look, I'm here doing what I love to do."
hmm,
And or cigarette smoke or whatever. If they smoked, you might smell that. Um, Numbers are a big thing too. um, they'll come through. Sometimes people will look at their clock and it'll always be like I always wake up and it's 222 or 333. And so those can be signs too. Get on and Google the spiritual meaning of these numbers. One time I did a reading, it was really cool. And a lady had lost her husband. And I kept getting these three numbers. I didn't know what they were. I was just telling her what spirit was telling me. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe that." That was like his badge number at his work. I call it a badge number, but they all had like an employee number or something, and that was
yeah,
his. So that's a way of saying, hey, look, life continues after the change called death. Um, a lot of people will say, oh, after my mom died, I see cardinals everywhere. She loved cardinals. She used to feed them. That's a big one. Or certain types of birds. And
Uh, yeah, I'd heard that.
yeah, or feathers. Feathers big. Coins are big, especially if somebody collected coins. Um, this happened to me a lot too. Like after mom died, I would be in my car and I would look at the car next to me and it would look the driver would look just like mom. Did you ever have that happen?
Once, one time, it kind of freaked me out.
Yeah, that happens so many times, and that happened with dad too. And I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, that's dad, that's mom," and I mean, it would look just identical to them. And then when I get closer up, I'd be like, "Oh no, that's not them." Um, or like in the store, I've been in the store before, and I'll be like, "Oh my god, that's mom," and it kind of
Uh-huh.
freaks you out at first,
Uh-huh.
but so yeah, that happened to me a lot. So and that could happen to a lot of other people.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
sometimes, well, a lot of times they'll use like telepathy, and they might download something in your head. An example might be, um, oh, maybe I think I should clean out this bookshelf just randomly. So then you pull out a book, and maybe a picture will drop out. That picture might be something like, um, oh, we were on vacation and he fell off a boat. My husband fell off a boat and everybody started laughing. And then I might start laughing just thinking of the memory. And what your loved one might be trying to say is, life continues. They want you to stay here. They want you to continue living and to have fun. And when you smile and of course that raises your vibration, and then it will attract, happy events or fun things back. So they
yeah,
can do that too. Anytime that you think of them, they're there, because they can be in more places than one. So they can be in multiple places. So all you have to do, because we are all one, think of them and they're there. And then pay attention to, am I getting cold chills? Am I feeling really warm? Am I smelling anything, hearing anything?
yeah,
Um, I've heard this and I've seen this from a lot of people too. They might have something of, let's say, one example I remember somebody telling me is they had their mom's watch and she's on the other side sitting on their nightstand. And he woke up and it was like in little pieces, like somebody had taken it apart. And then he's like, that is so crazy. He left it, went to bed, got up the next morning, and it was put back together. I know,
mm.
isn't that strange? I mean, spirit can do a lot of lot of things.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah,
they can move things, especially their things. If this was dad's ring, or you might still have your husband's wallet, sometimes they can move things, kind of be little tricksters, hide them, and then put them back. Of course, we all know there'll be songs on the radio that remind you of them, or it could be words that you just need to hear that will bring you comfort. Um, this happens too a lot, um, because we've had a lot of family members die, especially on my husband's side.
yeah,
And
yeah,
we had a lot, didn't we?
yeah.
Man,
Like on one every month for
we
a
really
year and a
did.
half
We
or
had
so.
one every month for a long time.
Yeah,
And when when one of them would cross, I would be like in a store or something, and I would hear somebody say their name. Like they might be yelling for their kid, but it might be their name, like, oh, Becky or Bob, whatever. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, wow, that's so weird. And I mean, it would happen more than once. Um, and of course, this happens a lot too, where lights flicker. Uh, TVs come on and shut off by themselves. Do you ever have your TVs just pop on by themselves?
I've had one, yeah, where I thought I'd shut it off and walked out of the room and it suddenly came back on for some reason.
Yeah,
I thought it was just the TVs and jacked up, but
yeah.
maybe not.
Yeah, I'll have that a lot, and this is kinda cool. I own a cleaning business, as you know, um, and I had 3 houses that I cleaned, and I went in my first house, was cleaning, and their TV popped on by itself. I thought, "Okay." I go to my
Wow,
second house, the TV popped on, and the same thing in
really?
my third house. Isn't that crazy? All in one
Yeah,
day,
man.
and so somebody was definitely trying to get my attention. Um, so yeah,
Yeah,
that's it's
definitely.
I know. It's kind of startling, but kind of fun. I like stuff like that. Um, one thing too, this is kind of funny. I thought about this. I don't know if you remember how mom would say "ugh." Do you remember that?
Hmm.
I I never hear anybody say that. Do you?
No,
My my daughter-in-law says that.
really.
Isn't that funny? When she said that, I go, "What did you say?" And she goes, "Ugh," and I go, "My mom used to say that. I have never heard anybody say that."
Gosh.
Yeah, the synchronicities, it's like there's a lot of things like that too.
Yeah, that's true.
And just a couple of more. Um, Pay attention to your children or your animals too after loved ones cross. Children are notorious for seeing spirits. You may walk out of the room and come back in, and you might have a little girl that's pretending like she's having a tea party with somebody. She might really be having a tea party with somebody. Um, or they'll be playing games, rolling the balls to what you think or people might think are nobody's there, but the children can see spirit. And same way with animals. Um, they'll sit and stare at a wall, wag their tail when nobody's there. So
Yeah.
there's just I mean, and that's just a handful of examples. I mean, spirit can get pretty creative.
Yeah, and a lot of times we go about our day. We have so many things we're thinking about, so many things we're trying to figure out. We can skip those signs. We can miss
Oh
them.
yeah,
You know, but I know when I start to consciously think about uh, signs, I get the number 11 all the time. Once I
yeah,
start to think about that, and now I know 11 is the code for somebody trying to give me a sign. I
yeah.
know that's what it is.
And they will, they love it when you acknowledge it because they're like, "Yay, let's do it again. Let's do it again."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so,
Interesting. Okay,
yeah.
great. You have anything any more?
No, that's kind of all she gave me. She just kind of downloads them one after the other, after the other, of the other. So,
Oh, yeah.
um, but again, those aren't just the only ways. There's a lot of different ways. These are just some examples.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Well, good. Good.
alrighty.
How about we move on?
Okay.
Um, no comments. Why don't we go straight into the alphabet messages?
Okay.
Okay. So now we're going to do some alphabet messages for y'all. Shari is going to provide a spiritual message to everyone listening to the show, either live or pre recorded.
Mhm.
How this is going to work is Everybody that is watching this show right now needs to select a letter, either A, B, or C. Don't think about it. Whatever immediately popped into your head when I first said to pick a letter, that's the one. Don't think about it. Don't let your brain decide. Whatever spirit decide, it came to you immediately. And that's your letter.
Right.
Now, Sherry is going to provide some guidance to you based on whatever letter you chose. Okay, Sherry, you ready?
Okay, let's go, Irene. Now, these are going to be short and sweet. They're not going to be any 10-minute readings, but it might just be enough to just what you need. Thank you, Irene. I'm asking her what is going to be letter A, and she's showing me a snail. And she's saying, slow down, Ricky Racer. Don't get too far ahead of yourself because they're telling me that sometimes that trips you up and you forget uh, the detail. You forget to cross the T's and dot the I's. So they're saying slow down, especially when it comes to paperwork. So this would be for the letter A. All right, Irene, what is letter B? All right, one thing they're telling me is that you might have gone through a rough time. She's showing me a mountain, like you're like, man, when is life gonna get easier? Because she's just showing me you feel like you just keep going up and up and up, trying to climb up this mountain. You're never gonna get to the top. What she's saying is don't focus so much on the finish line because you're cheating yourself of the journey. Sometimes the journey, learn how to have fun while you're climbing up the mountain. So instead of just thinking that, oh, when I pay my house off, life's going to be great and super and wonderful, then you pay your house off and, oh, well, I don't feel all that ecstatic. That's kind of what she's saying. Enjoy the journey and not so much on the finish line. All right. So number C, Irene, letter C. One thing she's talking about is get out. She's so funny. Get out into nature the most that you can. That's going to help to ground you because it feels like you're going to have a lot of things coming at you all at once from all different directions and from a lot of different people. And you're going to feel like there's so much going around you that you're inside of a twister and you won't know which way to turn. So work on your breath. Breathe in, hold it, and then exhale. The more you can do that, whenever you feel anxiety or when you're off kilter, is going to help. And especially going outside, even if it's cold out, even if it's raining, bundle up, take an umbrella or whatnot. Anything just to get outside and to connect with nature because nature's going to be your friend. And nature's going to start teaching you how to. Thank you, Irene. She says, settle the mind. So those are, I almost said it again, those are the three numbers. Those are the three letters
Yeah.
for little mini messages. Um, and,
Okay.
and like you said, it doesn't have to be exactly right now. People can be listening a year from now and they might need to hear that message.
Just for whatever reason they chose to put this recording on,
Yeah,
um, it wasn't by happenstance.
right.
Somebody wanted them to watch this show and
Mm-hmm.
get that message, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right, good. Well, that's all we've got. Um, no comments, no requests for psychic readings.
Oh,
Uh,
can I say one thing? I feel
yeah.
like I'm in school. Every Thursday at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we're going to do this live show. So if you want to come on and do a comment, then I can do a reading based off the comment as well.
Yeah. Just a
So
comment. We want to expand on that um, for them to describe the weather where they're at, right? So you can get
right,
into their
Yeah.
frequency or vibration a little
Hmm.
bit more? Okay.
And then if they want a live video read, did you tell them how to do that?
No. So what they can do is just go to sherryklein11 at gmail.com, send an email. In the body of the email, just type in, uh, I want a mini read, your email address. And then if you're selected, we'll send you a confirmation to give you the date and the time and a URL where you can log on. It's pretty easy. A couple of clicks and you're in.
Yeah.
Um, 10-minute, it's free. It's a mini read. Uh, Sherry won't ask any questions of you. She'll let the spirits kind of dictate the reading itself, to really give you what you need in terms of answers. Yeah, but those are always pretty fun.
Yeah.
So,
And if you don't want to be on all over social media, you can always go to my website, psychicshari.com, and just book a read. And
right.
then you can ask all the questions that you want.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Okay. I think that'll do it. Thanks for tuning in for today's show.
okay.
Um, we hope you liked the topic, and we hope you liked your alphabet message.
Yeah.
As
Okay.
as always, if you have a topic you'd like to discuss or a question for Sherry to answer, put that down in the comment section. We'll try to get to it. Maybe even talk about it next week.
Yeah.
And again, if you'd like to book your own read, psychicsherry.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Click the bell icon so you'll be notified when we post new videos, which we do many times a week. And that should do it. Thanks a lot, everybody. And
Okay.
then we'll
Thanks,
see you
everybody.
again next week.
Okay. Bye.